It's surprising how many men train their chest for years and still don't see the shape they're chasing. They lift heavy, they're consistent, they push hard, but when they look in the mirror, the chest doesn't have that wide, carved, three-dimensional look that commands attention. And the frustrating part, it's not for lack of effort. The problem usually comes down to a missing piece of anatomical understanding. The chest isn't just one flat slab of muscle. It's a fan-shaped structure with fibers running in different directions. Unless you learn to target those fibers with the right angles and the right tension, you'll always be leaving growth on the table. That's why today I'm walking you through 4 exercises that will finally give you what you've been working for: width across the clavicles, depth in the mid-chest, and that lower chest fullness that makes the whole torso look powerful and balanced. These are not flashy tricks or overcomplicated movements. They're basic exercises done strategically with biomechanics as your ally. Before we dive in, here's what matters most. The pec major has 3 regions: the upper, middle, and lower portions. The upper chest is what most lifters struggle with, and yet it's the one that gives that armor plate look. Combine that with a thick middle chest and a defined lower line, and suddenly your physique goes from average to commanding. So let's start with the movement that builds the shelf, the Incline Dumbbell Fly. Performed on a bench set between 30 and 45 degrees, this exercise stretches your upper chest like nothing else. Imagine pulling your arms apart like you're hugging a massive tree, then bringing them back with every ounce of control you've got. That stretch and squeeze under load is what forces the chest fibers to expand sideways, giving you width across the collarbones. I think of it like pulling on an elastic band. You only get that explosive recoil after you've stretched it as far as it goes. Same principle here. Once you've stretched the fibers, it's time to carve definition, the high pulley crossover. This one is unique because the cables never let your chest rest. Every inch of the rep, from the wide open stretch to the crossing of the hands in front, your pecs are under tension. That crossing part, that's the secret. It locks an inner chest contraction, creating the separation between chest and shoulders that gives your upper body a sculpted, cut from stone appearance. If you want detail and width, this is your move. Now for thickness, density, and depth, the flat dumbbell bench press, not barbell dumbbells. Because with dumbbells, you can move through a deeper stretch and follow a natural arc that respects how your pecs actually function. Each side works independently, correcting imbalances and forcing both halves of your chest to pull their weight. And here's the golden cue at the top: don't just push, squeeze, as if you're trying to crush something between your pecs. That asymmetric pause is where hidden growth lies. Finally, we finish with one of the most underrated chest builders of all, the decline push-up. Simple, yes. But when you elevate your feet and keep your body aligned, you shift the load straight into the upper chest. No weights. Doesn't matter. Done to failure, this move lights up the clavicular fibers like nothing else. It's the perfect closer because it combines strength with endurance, forcing those stubborn fibers to adapt and grow. And if body weight becomes easy, just throw a plate on your back or pause at the bottom to intensify the burn. When you combine these 4 movements, the stretch of the fly, the constant tension of the crossover, the density from the press, and the targeted overload of decline push-ups, you're not just training your chest. You're sculpting it, layering size with shape, fullness with definition. Do them twice a week, give your chest time to recover, and watch how fast the mirror begins to change. Because building an impressive chest isn't luck, it's precision. It's knowing which fibers to wake up and which angles force them to grow. And if you want to take it a step further, I've linked a video on screen now where I explain the exact supplementation mistakes most lifters make with creatine, the one supplement proven to amplify strength and hypertrophy. Don't miss it, because the chest you've always wanted might just depend on avoiding those errors.